B&B spoilers. Will Brooke sabotage Katie Logan's new company? Katie Logan shocked her sister Brooke this week on The Bold and the Beautiful and announced that she was starting her own fashion company. Brooke Logan wasn't exactly supportive. Is there a new Logan women war brewing? Keep reading to find out. Here's what's coming up next on Bold and the Beautiful. Spoilers down below. Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, congratulated Katie on her new business venture, and then she warned her sister that it wasn't going to be as easy as she thought. Bold and the Beautiful viewers were quick to pick up on the rivalry brewing between the two women. Was that a hint of jealousy? Brooke versus Katie. Brooke has always had a reputation on the CBS soap and has hopped for men for years. Her husband doesn't take her seriously at the office, and her job is waltzing around in lingerie. It's understandable that Brooke Logan would be jealous of her little sister. Katie Spencer's Heather Tom husband gave her a company to run, and Ridge gave Brooke new panties to parade around on stage with. Brooke and Katie have bumped heads over the years, but usually they are battling over men. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say that when Katie's company begins coming together, Brooke will have a tough time hiding her jealousy. In fact, she might even go out of her way to sabotage the new company and try to stop the launch. Hope chooses Katie's company. Rumor has it Brooke's own daughter, Hope Logan, Annika Noel, might leave Forrester's and go work for Katie. If that is the case, Brooke will snap and definitely launch an attack on the new fashion house on the block. In the glittering, high-stakes world of Los Angeles fashion, a storm is brewing that threatens to tear the Logan sisters apart. While the holiday season usually brings the Logan clan together, December 2025 has delivered a very sad news bombshell that has fans reeling: the potential end of the sisterly bond between Brooke Logan and Katie Logan. With Bill Spencer's extravagant wedding gift to Katie, her very own fashion house, the stage is set for a professional war. But the real heartbreak isn't the competition. It's the growing evidence that Brooke Logan may be moving to sabotage her own sister's dreams. The gift that changed everything. The drama ignited when Dollar Bill Spencer decided he was tired of seeing his wife, Katie, sidelined at Forrester Creations. After Ridge and Steffi repeatedly overlooked Katie's contributions, even hiring outside PR firms without her knowledge, Bill took matters into his own hands. As a wedding present, he gifted Katie her own fashion house under the Spencer Publications umbrella. While Katie viewed this as a chance to finally step out of the Forrester shadow, Brooke's reaction was anything but celebratory. Instead of a sisterly toast, Brooke met the news with skepticism, calling the venture crazy and reminding Katie that it took the Forresters decades to build their brand. Why Brooke is worried or jealous? On the surface, Brooke claims she is worried about the family legacy. She has spent her life building Forrester Creations alongside Ridge. However, fans are sensing a darker motivation. The power shift. For years, Brooke has been the queen of the Logan family and a titan at Forrester. Seeing Katie take the lead of a rival company threatens Brooke's status. Ridge's influence. Ridge is already furious about Bill's move, viewing it as a direct attack on his empire. Brooke, desperate to keep her marriage stable after the recent return of Taylor Hayes, may feel pressured to side with Ridge against her sister. The Logan legacy. Brooke has always been the face of Brooke's bedroom and the Logan influence at Forrester. If Katie succeeds independently, Brooke's role as the ultimate Logan is diminished. The sabotage theory. How far will Brooke go? Rumors from the set of The Bold and the Beautiful suggest that Brooke's concern will soon morph into active interference. Here is how the sabotage might play out. 1. Manipulating the Logan lady gossip grapevine. Brooke is a master of influence. Spoilers suggest she may try to convince Donna to stay neutral or even lean on Katie to give up the hobby before she loses Bill's money. By painting Katie as inexperienced, Brooke is already sowing seeds of doubt in the industry. 2. Blocking the talent drain. The real threat to Forrester isn't just a new name, it's the people. With Hope Logan feeling suffocated by Steffi's demands and Thomas Forrester's return, There's talk of Hope jumping ship to join her Aunt Katie. If Brooke sees her own daughter leaving Forrester to work for a rival, it could be the breaking point. Brooke might use her influence to prevent Hope from moving her hope for the future line to Katie's new company. 3. Exploiting Katie's insecurity. Katie has always struggled with feeling like the other Logan sister. Brooke knows exactly which buttons to push. By highlighting the inevitable failure of a startup, Brooke could undermine Katie's confidence before the first collection even hits the runway. A family divided, the fallout. This isn't just a business rivalry. It's a tragedy for a family that has survived scandals, kidnappings, and endless love triangles. Character stance on Katie's new company bill, Spencer Total Support, provides the unlimited funding. Ridge, Forrester hostile, views it as a toy company funded by his rival, Donna Logan torn, trying to play peacemaker while Brooke and Katie clash. Hope Logan interested, sees it as a lifeline away from Steffi's control. The most heart-wrenching aspect of this very sad news is that Katie truly wanted Brooke's help. In a move of vulnerability, she even asked Brooke to help her name the new company. Brooke's cold response and pensive facial expressions during their recent hug suggest that the sisterly bond is currently a facade. Is this the end of the Logan sisters? As we head into the final days of 2025, the tension at the Logan estate is at an all-time high. Donna Logan is reportedly working overtime to ease the tensions, but if Brooke continues to mock Katie's ambitions, the damage may be irreparable. The sad news for fans is the realization that Brooke, often the heroine of the story, might be becoming the villain in her sister's journey. Is she protecting Forrester Creations, or is she simply unable to let anyone else, even her sister, shine? What do you think? Is Brooke right to be skeptical? Or is she being a green-eyed monster of the bold and the beautiful left fans devastated and talking everywhere because the heart of the Logan family is tearing apart before our eyes? What was supposed to be a story of success and a fresh start for Katie Logan has quickly become the most painful family betrayal in recent B&B history. Fans are asking the same heartbreaking question over and over. Will Brooke Logan try to sabotage her own sister's new fashion company? And is there anything left of the Logan sister bond? Soap opera spy +1. High-heeled shoe Katie's big dream. And a new rival to Forrester. Katie Logan has reached a major milestone. After years of always being the supporting Logan, helping others, mediating family drama, and pouring her heart into Forrester Creations, she finally has a chance to have something of her own. Her husband, Bill Spencer, gave her a brand new fashion house to lead, an ambitious venture that could redefine her legacy in the fashion world. It's exciting. It's hopeful. It's Katie's moment. Primetimer.com. But instead of joy, this news brought pain. Crying face Brooke's reaction. Not what Katie hoped for. When Katie shared the news with her big sister, Brooke's face didn't light up with pride. Brooke reacted with shock, and her words, while seemingly supportive on the surface, looked forced and hesitant. A strained expression, a cold glance, a Logan sister wasn't proud at all. So pub. In fact, Brooke questioned Katie's abilities, implying she might not have what it takes to run her own company. She suggested the challenge might be too big, making comments that bruised Katie's spirit instead of uplifting it. Bangla News. And soap fans spotted it immediately. That wasn't just concern, that was jealousy. Soap hub. Wilted flower, the real sting. Jealousy, not support. Katie had envisioned her sister celebrating with her. But instead, Brooke hinted, subtly, through tense body language and loaded words, that she saw Katie's success as something threatening rather than inspiring. This was devastating to Katie, because Brooke has always been her rock. Since they were girls growing up together, Brooke was the one who stood by Katie through heartbreaks, family losses, and career struggles. But now, something seems undeniably fractured. Soap opera spy. Fans watching live reacted with shock, sadness, and disbelief, many calling the scene one of the most heartbreaking family moments in the show's recent history. That moment of strained sisterly support wasn't just emotional, it was tragic. Will Brooke actively sabotage her sister's success? Here's where things get even darker. According to the latest spoilers, Brooke's unease may not stop at unspoken jealousy. It may turn into active interference once Katie's company ramps up. Soap sources suggest that as Katie begins hiring, designing, and building momentum, Brooke may find it hard to swallow her doubts quietly. Soap opera spy. Rumors now swirl that Brooke could undermine Katie's credibility within the fashion world, discourage key industry figures from supporting the new brand, possibly even warn others against doing business with her sister. Yes, sabotage. Not just internal conflict, but real action against her own sister. Soap opera spy. That's not just drama, it's a scandal. Broken heart, why Brooke might lash out. Fans are trying to make sense of why Brooke, one of the most beloved and iconic characters on television, would even consider sabotaging Katie. Blackheart 1. Centuries of Logan family pain. Brooke has always battled with her own sense of worth, particularly in relationships and career recognition. In her past, she often felt overshadowed, even by the women she loved most. Some fans believe this new rivalry stirs old insecurities, now wrapped up in bitterness rather than support. Katie's sudden rise feels like a spotlight Brooke never got, and instead of lighting the way, it casts a shadow on Brooke's own regrets. Bangla News. Blackheart 2. Fear of change and loss of control. Katie leaving Forrester, the family institution where the Logan's identity has long been rooted, is more than a career move. It feels like a departure from everything the Logans have fought for. Brooke might fear that Katie's success will pull Hope or others further away from the traditional Logan Forrester legacy. Bangla News. Blackheart 3. Ridge's reaction and tension at Forrester. Brooke's discomfort could also be tied to how Ridge and the Forresters reacted to Katie's news. Ridge, always hot-tempered and protective of his own, may have critiqued the move behind closed doors. That criticism could poison Brooke's attitude toward Katie's new path. Primetimer.com. Add that emotional mix together, and what should have been celebration turns into a sisterly Cold War. Loudly crying face Katie's emotional pain. The saddest part? Katie sees Brooke as family first. She sincerely wanted Brooke's guidance and blessing, not just grudging approval. Katie trusted her sister enough to tell her first, before anyone else. Soap Central. And instead of pure joy, she got resistance, hesitation, qualification, doubt. That's a wound that cuts deeper than any business rivalry because it's personal, and it may change the Logan family forever. Bar chart fans are reacting hard. Across social media, the fan community is exploding. I can't believe Brooke would even think of doing this. She's always the heart of the Logans. How did this become about jealousy? This storyline's breaking me. Katie deserves to shine, and Brooke's reaction was cold. This is the worst Logan family smackdown in years. Soap fans are emotionally wrecked, and many are saying this could be one of the most talked about storylines in the show's recent era. Brain, is it real sabotage or misunderstanding? It's important to remember, so far, nothing is confirmed yet. We're in the early stages of the storyline, and the tension between sisters could be misinterpreted or blown out of proportion. But the clues are unmistakable. Brooke's feelings are complicated, and this drama isn't going away quietly. Soap opera spy. Speech balloon, let's talk. What do you think will happen? Soap fans are divided. Right arrow, team, supportive Brooke. Brooke's just afraid and protective. She'll come around and support Katie in the end. Right arrow, team, sabotaging Brooke. Brooke's jealousy is real, and she will undermine Katie, even if she regrets it later. Right arrow, Team Katie takes the high road. Katie will rise above it all, become a star in the fashion world, and reunite the family eventually. Television, final thoughts. This isn't just a fashion war, it's a family war. Two sisters, once bound by unconditional love, now stand on opposite sides of an emotional battlefield. Brooke's reaction to Katie's success may not just shape the fate of one woman's company. It may tear the Logan family apart forever. And that's the truly heartbreaking part. Stay tuned, because on The Bold and the Beautiful, nothing stays quiet, and the beautiful spoilers deliver a heavy emotional blow that no one at Forrester Creations saw coming. In a move that sends shockwaves through the fashion world and tears through family bonds, Hope Logan officially chooses Katie Logan's new company, leaving behind everything she helped build, and everyone who believed she never would. What should have been a bold career milestone instead lands like a quiet tragedy. Because this choice doesn't just change offices or labels. It changes relationships, reopens old wounds, and leaves behind a trail of heartbreak that may never fully heal. A choice that hurts more than anyone expected. Hope's decision is final. After days of soul-searching, tense conversations, and sleepless nights, she walks away from Forrester Creations and places her future in Katie's hands. On paper, it's smart. Katie's new company promises independence, creative control, and freedom from the politics that have suffocated Hope for months. But emotionally, the cost is devastating. For Hope, this wasn't about ambition alone. It was about survival. She has felt sidelined, questioned, and quietly erased, especially as power struggles inside Forrester Creations intensified. Still, choosing Katie's company means turning her back on a legacy tied to her name, her family, and her past victories. As Hope signs on with Katie, her hands shake, not with excitement, but with grief. Brooke's silent heartbreak. Perhaps the saddest reaction comes from Brooke Logan, who tries to be supportive but is clearly breaking inside. Brooke has always believed in Hope's future at Forrester Creations. She defended her daughter in boardrooms, argued for her vision, and fought to keep her seat at the table. Now, Brooke watches as Hope steps away from the very place she once fought so hard to protect. She doesn't yell. She doesn't argue. She simply goes quiet, and that silence speaks volumes. Brooke knows this decision wasn't made lightly, but she also knows what it means. It signals a fracture in the Logan-Forrester alliance that may never be repaired. More painfully, it confirms Brooke's worst fear. Hope no longer feels safe where she once belonged. Ridge and the sting of regret. Ridge Forrester is left reeling. For once, there's no anger, only regret. Ridge realizes too late that he underestimated how deeply Hope felt pushed aside. Her exit forces him to confront a harsh truth. The company he leads no longer feels like home to everyone who helped build it. Hope choosing Katie's company isn't just a loss of talent, it's a public statement. And Ridge knows the fashion world will read it clearly. This wasn't a business decision. It was a cry for respect. Katie's victory feels bittersweet. Katie Logan should be celebrating. Landing Hope Logan is a massive win for her new company, instantly granting credibility, attention, and creative power. Yet, even Katie can't fully enjoy the moment. She sees the pain in Hope's eyes. Katie didn't want to steal Hope away. She wanted to save her. Still, the guilt lingers. Katie knows her success now comes at the cost of fractured family relationships, and possibly Brooke's trust. Even as she welcomes Hope with open arms, there's a shadow over the moment. Because when family and business collide, no one walks away untouched. Steffi's fury and a brewing war. If sadness defines Brooke's reaction, anger defines Steffi Forrester's. Steffi views Hope's move as betrayal, plain and simple. In her eyes, Hope didn't just leave, she defected. Steffi believes Katie's company is positioning itself as a direct rival, and Hope's involvement makes it personal. This decision reignites old rivalries and sets the stage for an all-out fashion war. Steffi isn't mourning Hope's exit. She's preparing to fight it, and that means the fallout is only beginning. Hope's private breakdown. Behind closed doors, Hope finally breaks. Away from cameras, boardrooms, and expectations, she admits the truth. This choice hurts, more than staying ever did. She didn't leave because she wanted to. She left because she felt she had no other option. Hope grieves the loss of her dream, even as she builds a new one. She wonders if she gave up too soon. She fears she's disappointed the people she loves most. And yet, deep down, she knows staying would have broken her spirit entirely. Sometimes the saddest decisions are the ones that save you. What this means going forward. Hope choosing Katie's company marks a turning point for the bold and the beautiful. Alliances shift, old loyalties crumble, and the emotional consequences will ripple through every storyline connected to the Logans and the Forresters. This isn't just a career move, it's a declaration of independence born from pain. And as Hope steps into her new future, one thing is heartbreakingly clear. Nothing will ever be the same again. Today's very sad news proves that sometimes the bravest choices are also the most painful, and the cost of finding your voice can be losing the place you once called home. Still, the guilt lingers. Katie knows her success now comes at the cost of fractured family relationships and possibly Brooke's trust. Even as she welcomes Hope with open arms, there's a shadow over the moment. Because when family and business collide, no one walks away untouched. Steffi's fury and a brewing war. If sadness defines Brooke's reaction, anger defines Steffi Forrester's. Steffi views Hope's move as betrayal, plain and simple. In her eyes, Hope didn't just leave, she defected. Steffi believes Katie's company is positioning itself as a direct rival, and Hope's involvement makes it personal. This decision reignites old rivalries and sets the stage for an all-out fashion war. Steffi isn't mourning Hope's exit, she's preparing to fight it, and that means the fallout is only beginning. Hope's private breakdown. Behind closed doors, Hope finally breaks. Away from cameras, boardrooms, and expectations, she admits the truth. This choice hurts more than staying ever did. She didn't leave because she wanted to. She left because she felt she had no other option. Hope grieves the loss of her dream, even as she builds a new one. She wonders if she gave up too soon. She fears she's disappointed the people she loves most. And yet, deep down, she knows staying would have broken her spirit entirely. Sometimes the saddest decisions are the ones that save you. What this means going forward. Hope choosing Katie's company marks a turning point for the bold and the beautiful. Alliances shift, old loyalties crumble, and the emotional consequences will ripple through every storyline connected to the Logans and the Forresters. This isn't just a career move, it's a declaration of independence born from pain. And as Hope steps into her new future, one thing is heartbreakingly clear. Nothing will ever be the same again. Today's very sad news proves that sometimes the bravest choices are also the most painful, and the cost of finding your voice can be losing the place you once called home.